Hello and welcome to Swedish Tennis. Today with a Mercedes-Benz E300de Kombi, or station wagon as you call it. It's an amazing car. Let's check it out. So when we look at the car, of course, it's also the facelift of the E-Class. So you have a little bit different front lights. They are definitely completely new. You have a little bit of a different spoiler kit in the front. The car looks a little bit more aggressive in the front as it did before. With the new grille and the new lights, especially the new lights. On the side, well, the only thing that shows that it's a hybrid, it's actually the EQ power sticker. Other than that, I would say pretty normal and as before. The only thing it changed actually in the lights in the back is that you have now LED lights instead of before you had like this diamond lights, or how they were called. Here of course you also see it's the E300de, it means it's a diesel hybrid, and it also has 4matic. Very important when you want to go skiing. Yeah, other than that, it's the normal E-Class 300de. This one of course has the AMG package, which gives you a little bit different diffuser kind of feeling, but they're all fake, so not so much there. So if we look at the trunk, let's open it up. Of course you have the electric trunk which closes and everything. You have also the tow bar here. I can demonstrate it in a second. But look at this. You have a huge trunk, but what is this? There's a box. Why is there a box? Of course, there are the batteries inside. But why? Can't it be just underneath or anywhere else? Because if you look at it, I have a small bag here with the charging cables, and the half of the trunk is already full. Not good enough. Not good enough. But since this is the old model of the E-Class, well, it's a facelift, but it's still the old chassis and everything. Most probably it didn't fit anywhere else. The tow bar is with all the other Mercedeses. You just activate there and it pops out by itself in the back. You don't have to touch it like with other car companies where you have to do the last pull. This one you stay clean all the time. Same if you want to take it away again. Ready to rumble. Let's close it up. Let's check out the car from the inside. In the front, the seat is adjusted to myself. I'm 196 meters tall, so I'm the furthest back I can be in the seat. So I show you how much space is in the back. Not so much. I think I couldn't sit there, but a smaller person would be having space there. On the other side you see, of course, there's a lot of space still available. In the back you have the normal things. You have Isofix for the children's seats. You have in the middle space for your arms. You have also the coffee cup holders which open up like this. This car doesn't have the 3-zone air conditioning unit, but you at least have the USB-C plugs and a 12 volt. Yeah, that's it. There's not so much more here. Let's check out the front. In the front, what do we see? We have the seat heating, which is actually standard in the Scandinavian countries. So I don't know, if you buy the car in maybe Spain or anywhere else, you will not have this. You have the normal premium sound system. The possibility to upgrade would be then the Burmeister sound system, which this car does not have. You have the electric windows, of course, you have the electric mirrors, that's kind of standard. You have the button for the boot opening. This car has also LED lighting in the Mercedes-Benz logo. You have the AMG carpets, the AMG wheel, the AMG seats, which are two Alcantara and leather, but I don't think actually it's leather, but it's the leather, or how you would call it. Let's check it out from the inside. So when we look at it from the inside, you have the AMG steering wheel. Of course, it's the AMG line steering wheel. The AMG steering wheel would have the knobs also here. It is nowadays fully touch, so it means the volume and everything you do only by touching, but you can also press it and it will react to it. In front of you, you have a kind of a new setup where you can adjust a lot of things. If you have the hybrid version, you have on the left the fuel, and on the right you have the battery. You can adjust it, of course, as you wish. You can have on the right side, for example, different things. You can also have the navigation system if you want to. You can have all kinds of things, so it's quite adjustable. But what is kind of cool is that even the left side is quite adjustable, so you can have different things there. Of course, only if you have the speed in the middle. What is of course in the new facelift E-Class new is that you have a touch display, so you can use the touch on the display, or you can use it on a new touch pad, which is also quite nice for writing and so on. And it gives you a quite nice feedback, so if you're moving with it, it vibrates and so on. Here you have the dynamic selector for the driving modes, the button for the turning off of the parking system, the parking finder, and then on the other hand you can here lower the headrests in the back, and then volume. In the middle, the standard, you also have the heater in this car, but this only works if you have the car charged. If the car is not charged, the parking heater doesn't work. And that's very sad, because I cannot charge it at my home, so it will always be cold in the car, even if it has a parking heater. In the middle, you have a charging pad, quite nice. It charges the phone while driving wirelessly. Yeah, not so much more. You all know the E-Class already. If not, you can check out some other videos of mine where I go more in deep into the E-Class and the system, the MBUX system. Let's go for a ride and check out how is the car driving. So let's take a ride a little bit through the city and see how the electric diesel drive goes. Mercedes is one of the few car companies who actually has a diesel hybrid. Most of the car companies have a normal gasoline hybrid or something, but completely honest, if you cross a diesel which has a really low fuel consumption with a hybrid, you should get the best out of both worlds, I would say. I have the car now in comfort, which means that the engine and the hybrid, or the electric engine and the diesel engine, are combined. You can also put the car into only battery drive, where you can also use the shifting pedals to adjust how strong the car brakes when you go from the gas. So there are two different options. There's D- and there's D-, where D- means that if you go from the gas, the car starts braking quite a lot, of course generating energy, so it's not the brakes who are working. On the other side you have the minus, which is you feel that the car is braking a little bit, but it's not so strong that you would say that yeah, you would most probably not stop from it. Driving 40, the diesel engine is running 4.8 liters, 100 kilometers. Quite nice, I would say. Let's try to put it into electric mode. Did you hear it? Now the engine is completely off and I'm only driving on in the electric mode. It is the 2-liter 190 horsepower engine. It has some extra components here as well for the hybrid engine, but more than that, it's actually the normal 220 diesel engine. It has the air suspension in the back as a standard because it's the Stationwagon or Kombi. So from that point, it's very nice and soft also to go over speed bumps in the city. Even if you have the car quite heavy loaded, I was on skiing last week. You don't see on the car when you look from the outside that you have a few hundred kilos in the trunk, because of course the air suspension makes it straight. It's a nice car to drive. It's when you go Mercedes, you can say you go premium, and you feel it while driving. Of course, there are many other cars, many other companies that have many of the features as Mercedes have, but in my opinion, still when you're sitting in the car, when you're driving, when you're steering, it's like it feels solid built. It feels premium. So this is it for today. Nice windy Swedish spring weather with a nice sun and 15 degrees, nothing to complain about. So what can I tell you about the Mercedes-Benz E300de hybrid station wagon or Kombi? It's a really nice car and there's not much to complain about. It's perfect for traveling, so you can travel long distances with it without any issue. It's economic, well, besides the purchasing price, of course. It takes little fuel. You can drive it fully electrically. I like it. The bad thing is the battery box in the trunk. What? Why would you make a Kombi with a battery box? Oh my god. It's half of the trunk gone for the battery. But, well, German engineering. Sometimes if there is no space to put it anywhere else, you have to put it into the trunk, and then you have a box. You have a Kombi trunk. Well, other than that, it's an amazing car, nothing to complain about. But the box, well, if you like what I'm doing, please leave me a like and subscribe so I can make many more videos. Excuse me for the wind in the microphone. Sadly, nothing I can do about that. I hope to see you the next time. If you are subscribed, you will get a notification and you can watch the next video, which is coming out soon. Bye bye!